P3, Sveriges Radio.
This villain was a ruthless, masked conqueror with aspirations to dominate the universe.
What was it that happened there in the late 90s with Boom Bap? You, Dylan, Madlib were onto something. Yeah. What was it?
You know what it is? It's a simple formula, really.
Later, when he recovered from his injuries, instead of having learned his lesson, Doom was bitter, angry, vengeful.
What have I done to myself? My face, it is hideous.
He traveled the world, seeking a cure for his disfigured face.
As far as the angle we come is definitely uncharted area. Using a lot of different techniques that were abandoned during the time, like before 93 came out, like 92, Pete Rock and all them type motherfuckers was starting to break into the shit. There's a lot of techniques, Premiere, and because as a producer I know, I stuck to it. There's a lot of techniques as far as vocals go and tracks go. And being a producer as well as a vocalist, I come from two angles, so I know, you know what I mean, from both angles. There's a definite cross there that a lot of artists didn't touch yet.
That is probably somewhat of a travesty having me. Then he told the people, you can call me your majesty. Keep your battery charged. He know it won't stick, yo. And it's not his fault you kick slow. Shoulda let your chick hold your sick glow. Plus nobody couldn't do nothing once he let the brick go. And you know I know that's a bunch of snow. The beat is so butter. Peep the slow cutter as he utter the calm flow. Don't talk about my mom, yo. Sometimes he rhyme quick, sometimes he rhyme slow, or vice versa. Whip up a slice of nice verse pie, hit it on the first try, villain. The worst guy, spot hot tracks like spot a pair of fat asses. Shots of the scotch from out the square shot glasses. And he won't stop till he got the masses. And show them what they know now through flows of hot molasses. Do it like the robot to headspin to boogaloo. Took a few minutes to convince the average boogaboo. It's ugly, like look at you, it's a damn shame. Just remember all caps when you spell the man name. Like a poet, like baby doll. I bet she tried to say she gave me her all. She played ball. All bets off. The villain got the dice rigged. And they say he accosted the man with the sliced wig. Allegedly, the investigation is still ongoing. In this pesky nation, he got the best con flowing. The pot doubles. Now they really got troubles. Madman never go like snot bubbles.
What gave you the ability to bend sound?
Oh, and how you doing today, brother, as well? The ability to bend sound? Is that what it sounds like is happening? Well, all right, you know what it is? If I had to answer that question in a nutshell, what's going on is this. I'm really following the sound. It's pliable at certain points. So if you listen to it, you can find the pliability points in sound. So once you find the points, you know that's where it could be, you know, it could be easily manipulated. So I can't really bend it. It's bending on its own. You just find the part where it snaps like a Lego piece and you could attach it. You know what I mean? Or it's similar to like how proteins, like you could, you know, proteins, they have attachment points. And each protein makes a different configuration, you know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing with music. It's like putting protein together for those out there who know about, you know, medical shit like that. Or it's even like Legos, to put it the most layman terms.
Masken stirrar på oss från en svart specialdesignad flygväska med kraftigt lås i järnbeslag och förstärkta metallhörnor. En mask som utstrålar kyla och sorg där den ligger bredvid en champagneflaska. Senaste versionen av återfödelsens lösansikte efter förlaga i filmen Gladiator. Första gången som jag såg Dooms riktiga ansikte var 1997. Då fanns det ingen grym järnmask. Bara en strumpa som han drog över huvudet när han dök upp inkognito på spelningar i New York. Daniel hade precis börjat att förvandlas till vetenskapsmannen MF Doom. Full av revanschlust, kanske också hämndbegär. Han skapade ett flyt och ett språk som talade till oss på en annan frekvens. Humoristisk hiphop som närmade sig kvantfysik.
Yeah, really? All right, I don't have a plan, but at the same time, as we all know, and even in quantum physics now they noticing, there really isn't any such thing as random. It's more like patterns within patterns, fractals. So what you do is you find where they match. It'll let you know. You know what I mean? It's like all right, it's like 0 point energy. It's there if you tap into that frequency. All you have to do is just find the right. It's real delicate, but if you tune yourself to it, you'll see synchronicities everywhere. Anything you look at, you can see synchronicities. So what I do, you know, it's not really on purpose. It's just when listening to music, it tends to put me into the mode where I'm aware of the synchronicities. And then I see them, I'm like, oh snap, synchronicity. I'll make a note of it, see another one, make a note of it, and then once I come out of that trance, it's still there. So I'll put it together so that without really having to go into that kind of that fine thought, the average person could just hear it or see it as a equation or hear it as an equation, you know what I mean?
MF Doom, how did you become a scientist more than a adventurous boom bap producer?
Well, you know, it happened kind of accidentally, but I wouldn't say accidentally. I mean, it must be in my genes, and you know, it's something that I always wanted to do ever since a child. I always had an affinity for how things work in science and math and geometry. So it's just so that, okay, nowadays I got, you know, a lot of free time. You know, so in my free time, my spare time, I tend to study. That's the kind of thing that keeps my brain calm, you know, studying, you know, physics, geometry, microbiology, and I'm noticing a lot of similarities in music that correlate with all these different things. I mean, really everything is connected, you know. It's, you know, like every particle in the whole universe is connected, down to the finest, you know, micro, you know, to the macro universe, you know what I'm saying? It's all connected. So if you know that, which is an actual fact, they already proved it, then you can find these correlations. So I tend to study things that I, you know, that's gonna take my mind there, and then when it takes my mind there, I can take that information and relate it to music again.
I get no kick from champagne. Mere alcohol doesn't thrill me at all. So tell me, why shouldn't it be true? I get a kick out of brew. There's only one beer left. Rappers screaming all in our ears like we're deaf. Tempt me, do a number on a label. Beat up all the MCs and drink them under the table like it's on me. Put it on my tab, kid, however you get there. Foot it, cab it, iron horse it. You leave it on your face, forfeit. Across the mic, hold it like the heat, he might toss it. Told her, tell him they stole it. He told her he lost it. She told him get off it and a bunch of other more shit. Getting money, DTs be getting no new leads. It's like he eating watermelon, stay spitting new seeds. It's the weed, give me some of what he drooping off. Soon as he wake up, choking like it was whooping cough. They groupin' soft. First hour at the open bar and they trooping off. He went to go laugh and get some head by the side road. She asked him autograph her derriere red to wide load. This yard bird tastes like fried toad, turd, love villain. Take pride in code words, crooked eye mode, nerd geek with a cold heart. Probably still be speaking in rhymes as an old fart. Study how to eat to die by the pizza guy. No, he's not too fly to skeet in a squeeze a eye and squeeze a thigh. Maybe give her curves a feel the same way she feel it when he flow with nerves of steel. They call her super when they need their back plumbing fix. Howard's only one left, the pack coming 6. Whatever happened to 2 and 3? A herb tried to slide with 4 and 5 and got caught. Like, what you doing, G? Don't make him have to get cutting like truancy. Matter of fact, not for nothing right now, you and me, looser than a pair of Adidas. I hope you bought your spare tweeters. MCs sound like cheerleaders, rapping and dancing like Redhead Kingpin. Doom came to do the thing again, no matter who be blingin'. He do it for the smelly hubbies. Seeds know what time it is, like it's time for Teletubbies. Few can do it, even fewer can sell it. Take it from the dude who wear a mask like a tarted helmet. He plots shows like robberies. In and out, 1, 2, 3, nobody's please. Run the cash and you won't get a wet sweatshirt. The mic is the shotty, nobody moves, nobody get hurt. Bring heat like the boy done go on the wall. He came in the door and everybody on the floor. A whole string of jobs like we on tour. Every night on the score, coming to your corner store.
Mannen bakom metallmasken. En av hiphopens ikoner och mytomspunna innovatörer. Den smutsiga raprösten med det dynamiska flytet som maler på i all evighet. Lika nonchalant som upphetsat. Själv beskriver han det hela som en mild form av Tourettes. Ett okontrollerat flöde av ord. En refrängbefriad inre monolog till schizofrena, märkligt melodiösa beats och montage från gamla filmer och tv-program.
Doom is master of the world.
I'd sure hate to see that ugly mug of yours in my history book.
You've disturbed me for the last time.
Dooms raprötter finns bland mindre invecklade och mer partyorienterade artister från den gamla skolan.
Well, to me, really, it came natural, really. It was like the natural knack around, like, what, 83? When everybody started rhyming and whatnot, and the 2 turntables was in effect, and roller skating and stuff like that. It was around the time when, what's your man's name? Curtis Blow. He had an ill joint out at the time.
Don't you give me all that jive about things you wrote before I was alive. Cause this ain't 1823, ain't even 1970. Now I'm the guy named Curtis Blow, and Christmas is one thing I know. So every year, just about this time, I celebrate it with a rhyme.
Do you think that you gave MCing sort of a more sophisticated approach? Is that your major contribution?
Wow, no one's ever asked me that before, but I would like to think so, that being that I did go to college and I majored in a field that I felt that was most relative to hip-hop, and that's the field of communications and speech broadcasting, and I was also a radio DJ on the air, and studying so many different classes in speech, you know, like the voice and diction and tonality and the art of rhetoric and delivery. All of those things play an important part in being an MC. The GBE. This is Gary Bird, WWRL, Super 16.
Brakes on a bus, brakes on the car, brakes to make you a superstar, brakes to win and brakes to lose. But these here brakes rock your shoes, and these are the brakes. Break it up, break it up, break it up.
Being a b-boy myself, I said, well, I want to make a record with a lot of breaks in it.
Curtis Blow dominerade 1980 med The Breaks och banade väg för en svindlande utveckling. MF Doom tog en uråldrig känsla med sig in i framtiden när han iscensatte sitt skådespel. En rymdresenär i direkt nedstigande led från Sun Ra.
Once you see how the original frequencies were and match them to everything that's going on, you know, the beat of life and how the sun and everything moves in the ecliptic, you get back in tune with nature, and it puts you back in tune with everything. You know, you get away from the Gregorian calendar, you get back to the natural calendar, and all these things will synchronize everything you do in your life. So, you know, from studying all these things, what I'm noticing is when I do music, it puts me there naturally.
One look at his featureless face. One look was enough to ensure his safety. As years passed, he became even more bitter and angry, burning with vengeance against the world. Finally,
So much has happened since you came to my hotel room in New York in '97. What made you decide to pick up the mask?
Oh, 97. So I didn't have the mask then?
You were starting to wear a stocking.
That's right. It still was a similar mask. It's pre-mask, yeah. Let me think about that one. Oh, we popped the groove right quick. What made me think about the mask? See, you know what it is? As the character evolved and I started doing more live shows, you know, the fan base started to expand and more people were getting it. I said, okay, let me put a more visual accompaniment to, you know, let me put a more visual accompaniment to it so when we do live shows, they can really get, you know, they can get it, you know what I'm saying? It's like a little bit of theater in it, you know what I'm saying? Since it's a stage there, you might as well utilize the stage to come across, you know, in a theatrical way as well as lyrical, you know what I'm saying, and sound-wise, you know what I mean? So it's really just taken from theater and just making the presentation a theatrical one and expressing that character.
With the mask, you were free, and your alter egos could come up in full bloom behind the mask.
Yeah, definitely. Well, the mask itself, this metal mask, this particular version, the chrome version with the ruby, you know, this is the last version I had so far, but it's constantly being updated. It's really for the character Doom. Doom is the one who's the scientist, you know, inventor, you know, microbiologist, you know, physicist. He's the more scientific guy that builds these gadgets, right? Then there's Victor Vaughn, which is Doom's kind of like alter ego from another dimension and another time, maybe a little younger than him. And he has similar qualities, but he has different ways of doing it. Like he deals with science as well, but he doesn't wear the mask, you know what I'm saying? He has other shit that he do, right? Then there's Ghidra, who's a gigantic three-headed dragon, you know what I mean, over 300 stories tall. So to make a mask for him, he's like his own mask in itself. You know what I mean? So Ghidra really exists in a thought realm, on an ether, in another dimension.
Follow the light. The light is your guide.
I'm controller of Planet X.
3-3.
And I've invited you here to discuss something that's very important.
King Ghidorah, take me to your leader. Quick to claim that he not no snake like me neither. They need to take a breather. He been rhyming longer than Sigmund the Sea Creature. Been on Saturday feature. Pleased to meet ya. And came to wake you up out the deep sleeper. Like he needed to stop before he caught the knee drop. Even give you more sit than ZZ Top. When full bears thou shalt not more corner. Ghidra like one more steps in y'all's corners. So-called rich front if you wanna. When he spit electrics, don't be in y'all saunas. He only here to warn us what the plan is. The hour is up on us, it's bananas. Born alone, die alone, no matter who your man is. Hope he live long enough to tell it to his grandkids. King Ghidra, 3-finger ring fever. Spring chicken eater, ID'd as a ringleader. Who needs a heater? Catch him with bare hands. These same hands that make razors out beer cans. His own biggest fan, and got a fan base as big as Japan. Yeah, and all hail the king. Give him 3 cheers, fam. Like hit, parade. Do his thing for the little kings like Sling Blade. To the grave, put in work like a slave. On how to flip scripts on the dipstick brigade. Rock him like Su, the old blade. Back when we used to rock the shag, no fade. This skill trade like a tailor-made suede. Hit the studio, and I'm paid. Half up front, half upon mastering. Would you like that in cash? Last thing you should ask the king. You don't have to be no crystal ball reader. Allergic to saltpeter, used to be a wall beater. In the game like a Wall Street cheater. A lot of rap noise is annoying like cedar. Turn into a triple X monster from a fairy tale movie. He don't know me very well, do he? King Ghidra crush on the scenes teacher. They need to pay him better, she had nothing on the reefer. Heifer, and I had to offer her a stick of gum. She was as thick as they come and taught a strict curriculum, which is only good for my son. When I'm in the hood, razors on tongue. Nowadays it's amazing raising young. Rule number 1, keep your phasers on stun.
But at the same time, did you create MF Doom out of revenge? You were angry when it comes to how the industry handled you and your family and how it shaped your destiny. Like a supervillain, you wanted to hit back.
Well, you know what? How I did it? I was just kind of pondering the whole shit. Of course, every day you think about the shit like, okay, how can I do this? How can I come back? How can I? It's really out of creativity. And creativity comes from a love vibration. So I really can't. It's hard to think negatively and hit the creative stream of energy field that I hit. So really, it came out of just creativity, right? But then inside that creativity, it just so happened to be like, yo, wouldn't it be funny if I did it like this? Oh yeah, that would be like that, and it just happened to correlate. So it's really just it's like a funny spoof or stab back at it, but it's not really out of anger or nothing like that. It just so happens that, yo, that would be funny if I did it like that. Yeah, all right, that seemed like the most interesting angle. And, I noticed that people would probably see it like that, which makes it even more interesting. And to me, the so-called bad guy or the villain, he's always the underdog, and a few people speak for the underdog. It's usually people speaking for the side of whoever the winner is, or the cool guy, or like, oh, I want to be like him. See, nobody really wants to be like the loser, but some people might feel like, man, I feel like a loser today. There's everybody basically has these feelings. So what the super villain does, it speaks for the people who feel like that, and it shows you how you could, if you feel like that, then you can get out of that. Here's the path out. There's a path out of feeling like that. Just come on.
Living off borrowed time, the clock tick faster. That'll be the hour they knock the slick blaster. Dick dastardly and Muttley with sick laughter. A gunfight and they come to cut the mix master. ICE cold, nice to be old. Y2G Steve twice to threefold. He sold scrolls, low and behold. Know who's the illest ever, like the greatest story told. Keep your glory gold and glitter. For half of his niggas to take him out the picture. The other half is rich and it don't mean shit to villain. A mixture between both with a twist of liquor, chasing with more beer. Tasting like truth for dear. When he at the mic, it's like the place get like, oh yeah. It's like they know what's about to happen. Just keep your eye out like I capping. Is he still a fly guy clapping if nobody ain't hear it? And can they testify from in the spirit? And living the true gods, giving y'all nothing but the lick like two broads. Got more lyrics than the church got ooh lords. And they hold the mic in your attention like two swords. Either that, or either one with two blades on it. Hey you, don't touch the mic like it's AIDS on it. Yeah, it's like the end to the means. Fuck type of message that sends to the fiends. That's why he bring his own needles and get more cheese than Doritos, Cheetos, or Fritos. Slip like Freudian, your first and last step to playing yourself like accordion. When he at the mic, you don't go next. Leaving pussycats like why hoes need Kotex. Exercise index won't need Bowflex and won't take the one with no skinny legs like Joe Tex.
Me, my physical self, this physical body I exist in right now, was born in Hounslow, England, actually.
The television man is crazy.
Moved to New York, probably like 6 months after I reached the face of the earth. Moved to New York. Been in New York since, in America. Ran around America from West Coast to motherfucking East Coast to down south, the tip of Florida, South Beach type shit, to the middle by the Grand Canyon doing shit, you know what I mean?
Daniel föddes i England 1971. Men redan ett halvår gammal landade han i Amerika. Mamman med rötter i Trinidad och pappan i Zimbabwe. Familjen flyttade mellan olika stadsdelar i New York innan de slog sig ner på Long Island. Hiphop var ett konstant ljudspår för bröderna under uppväxten. Sena hiphop-radioprogram fångades genom att hålla kassettbandaren mot klockradion som de båda delade. 1985 hade bröderna lyckats skapa ihop tillräckligt med pengar för att kunna köpa billig inspelningsutrustning. De gav sig själva ett namn värdigt ett par deltidsgraffitiartister. Causing Much Damage, förkortat KMD. Daniel blev Sevlaveks och yngre brodern Subrock.
Professionally, KMD started 89 with Gasface, first vinyl release KMD ever did, as far as like even a debut feature on it. You know what I mean? Toward the latter part of 89, 91, KMD dropped first single, Peach Fuzz.
By the hills of my chinny chin chin, got many plus plenty. String by string, I think I counts like 20. If you loan me an ear, I'm returning with interest. If not, I'll simply twist your wrist. So listen up closely, with thoughts to recoup me. Cause I hope to gross like 10 cents per groupie. Not only if I had 2 G's per strand. Ask my anchor banker, he understands. I used to wrap my hand around a cold gold can. Someone once said help is wealth, so check's off. I got some perfect checkup, except for a hiccup, but with no stick up. How can I keep the Goya nectars on my shelf? Oh boy, how I search for an employer. But before the yellow Huckleberry Finn was in Tom Sawyer. Now use your imagination, just a smidgen. If I was a bird, I'd be a pigeon. Sick of wonder crumbs and pizza crust. When every fella can eat fresh fish and live fat like a pelican. Then again, that's only if you're capable for freckles or blue eyes. I settle for heckle or jekyll while I chuckle at my man with the cellular phone. The only phone I own's a fucky xylophone's tone. Ain't no joy in annoying high-pitched ringing. We do the tap, twist, and twitch bringing through soul and this cordless thingamajig. Sure as some rocks, clippers, etch, and cling to your wit. We'll do the gigs to make your mind thumb twiddlers. The pipe, the bowl of us fillers. Don't riddle us, I'll even ride a bus to the coast if clear. For okay pay, I say I'm finished up, I've been. Now all this running around's kicking me right in the rear. And still I'm judged by the hairs on my chinny chin chin.
Listen to the situation, my son. I'm as serious as cancer, all fun is done. For the time, the people correspond the rhymes, the two is valid. The best you will find.
Living in CI, who the hell am I? Agent Rock the juice, I get fly. Cool with the riffing guy, keep a handle. Cause if you don't, I wax it down like a candle.
Be love, I'm a top biller. Part-time iller, permanent chiller. Son of Sam Killer, the horror in the villa. Unlike the rest, the best, I am a thriller.
Kill it or shoot it, bite it and distribute it. But either way, the two's unconstituted style. And then wildin', constantly smiling. We'll keep trooping in a place called Strong Island.
JVC Force hade placerat Long Island på kartan genom hymnen Strong Island. Daniel kom in efter Rakim, Public Enemy och EPMD, som han betraktade som kollegor och jämlikar. I angränsande Far Rockaway Queens bodde den unga rapparen MC Search. Search och Daniel blev vänner, och när det var dags för Search och hans grupp Third Base att debutera frågade han Daniel eller Sevlaveks om han ville lägga en gästvers. X myntade ett uttryck till pianot från Arethas Respect i diss-dängan The Gasface.
Next up, Don, a special appearance by KMD's Sevlaveks.
A Gasface can either be a smile or a smirk when a pair's a monkey wrench to work one's clockwork. Perkin is built to the rim of my cup. Don't tempt me, you're empty. So fill her up. Is I'm talking coffee or cocoa? Is you loco? Cash or credit for unleaded? That's a no-go. KMD and Third Base is this ace in the hole. I mean soul. So make the gas face. Damn it, looks can kill. You look like your host was a ghost from your grill, but still, what's the new fad to recollect to a passing phase to back age to 80 decker for my label reads good. Street my habitat is no pick any card or no rabbit from a hat. Never a magician if I ever trick them. Another gas face victim.
Det här ledde till att KMD fick ett skivkontrakt och påbörjade arbetet med albumet Mr. Hood. Nu med en ny tredje medlem, barndomsvännen Onyx the Birthstone Kid. KMD åkte varje kväll från Long Island till Manhattans Chung King Studio och skapade en Della Soul-influerad 5% Nation-version av Sesame Street. Levererade socialt medvetna texter på ett kvickt avslappnat och originellt vis. Omslaget till 1991 års KMD-debut Mr. Hood är ett svartvitt foto på en kille som leker på en gata i New York. En stilla bild av oskuld och glädje som får en att undra vad som händer utanför bilden. Tonen för KMD var satt. Bästa singeln Who Me angriper gamla rasistiska stereotyper och inleds med en bit från en barnskiva med figuren Lil Sambo. Producenten Ninth Wonder som inspirerades av KMD's Black Bastards när han gjorde Little Brothers The Minstrel Show.
And they really don't get the credit that they deserve for their influence in that. You know, we hear about the Public Enemies, we hear about the X-Clans, but KMD was really a group that was really like on some, don't display us this certain way, don't make us look this certain way in mass media. And that was at the beginning of the Who Me video was, you know, his name was Little Sambo. And it's like, I had never seen that. And for KMD to do it was incredible. So that was very influential.
Once upon a time, there was a little boy who lived in the deep, dark jungles of Africa. His name was Little Sambo.
Uh-oh, Zio's exercising his right to be hostile. They always trying to say that coon is me. I don't understand, man. You don't understand? Nah, I don't know. My temper's up to like 10. When switch up his thoughts that I recommend. Minus is flood, but thicker is blood. Plus still some stay stud like sticks in the mud. Ibuprofen from nucleus keep me from flipping daily. Yet I constantly slip into thinking kinda loony. In my logo you see us, whoever said that coon was me.
KMD stannade tiden och lät infallen styra.
Anything prefabricated, you're gonna miss the time, you know what I'm saying? Right now, this particular second, and as the second passes, and the now continues on, and the now goes on to the next now, and the next now, and the next now, there's no way to do something and think it's gonna match with the other now. You gotta catch it now. Boom. How are you feeling? Drop the verse. Bang. That's one thing I noticed about Peach Fuzz, and that whole black what was it, Mr. Hood album that we did. We caught a lot of the essence of the now, spontaneous events that was happening. We made the beat right there, did the song right there. Oh, you got the lyrics right there, boom, do them. You know what I mean? It wasn't prefabricated in any way, shape, form, or fashion.
He was a nigga yesterday. These a nigga today. And they's gonna be a nigga tomorrow.
What a nigga know? Yo, a nigga know the game.
What a nigga name Black?
X like the flick slick.
What a nigga click V?
The core CM crew.
What a nigga do?
Let the monkey out the zoo is on my back now. Repeat, I'm the X. A biggie, not a bigot. Past that 40 man, I'm tempted to swig. Save shit for after the gig, you dig? Buds like figs, pick out sticks and twigs like some pick out wigs. I chicks like a shake. Self-love X, I be sex like swank. So crank up the cups and get some ups. Or the ziggy. I got the guts to rock the mic and grab my nigga. 1, 2, sound off chumsy. Finna flip the script like round off summy. Yummy to the tooth, bitter to the tummy. Help keeps that monkey shit constipated for me. Jimmy Rummy. Now where my money at, fat? Living like that Ziggy from the Funnies cat, yeah. We both be in the papers. Me from pulling capers with a gat is like that.
Yeah, we use a wide variety of like jazz and stuff. A lot of musical background. I had a lot to play with that, like jazz influence, a lot of older R&B, a lot from a little bit from the Motown era, but more like the underground from back then, like the rare things like Pharoah Sanders, inventive new type of styles.
My whole plan is try to play a chord on every note. I don't know, most time I don't know how it's going to come out.
Saxofonisten Pharoah Sanders var den mystiska länken mellan bebop och hiphop.
You know, I would carry my horn everywhere I went. I was sleeping in a park. So it was okay. I was young, you know. Like I didn't know no better, you know. I was started living in the park and on the benches and wherever I could be. And like I said, I kept giving blood, making $5 here and $5 there, you know. So I would make $5 and go into the movies and sleep. That's how I survived that. And so I started playing in coffee shops and working off the door. So, yeah, it was just a struggle in New York at that time.
Do you think that KMD were too lyrical advanced then?
I would say, yeah. Of course, I'm the nastiest on the mic. You know what I mean?
KMD was one of those groups who was a very conscious group, to be honest. And they were really against black people being displayed a certain way in mass media.
Daniels vänner försvann en efter en. Hamnade i fängelse eller föll offer för det dödliga gatuvåldet. Föräldrarna separerade och de båda bröderna, männen i huset, lutade sig mot hiphop för att lyfta mamman, systern och sig själva ur fattigdomen. Med sina Last Poets-samplingar blev KMD-2an Black Bastards ett dovt och stridslystet album. Lika lekfullt men mer ironiskt än Mr. Hood. Det uppstod direkt en kontrovers kring omslaget som skulle innebära ett abrupt slut för KMD. Public Enemy hade några år tidigare levererat Fear of a Black Planet. Och gangsta-rap typ Ice Cube skrämde det moraliserande vita etablissemanget. Daniel tecknade omslaget till Black Bastards. En hängning av lilla svarta sambo för att en gång för alla avliva nidbilden. Men censurivrarna missade budskapet och satte press på skivbolaget som inte vågade ta striden. Produktionen av Black Bastards stoppades och skivan släpptes inte i sin helhet förrän vid millennieskiftet.
See, it didn't come out at a particular time that I planned. But I mean, information, yeah, I would like the information had got to the public and to the listeners. But I mean, circumstances led to where it didn't get to the public until now. And so be it. I mean, whatever. I'm not even frustrated about it. I mean, whatever. You know what I mean? I'm in a constant battle with these corporate motherfuckers anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, whatever. It's going to get out regardless. You know what I'm saying? Only thing I'm thinking about is this. It was supposed to come out in 93. 94 at the latest. It's like 3 years later. You know what I'm saying? Almost 4 years later now. You know what I mean? So it's kind of late. I don't know, like, if I could have touched anybody who might have bumped into some unfortunate thing that maybe I could have said something in the record that might have helped them out in whatever they was doing. Because it's a lot of information that's involved in the music that we do. We incorporate a lot of information that we get from reading and other sciences that we study. You know what I mean? So I really try to get the information across to the general public, you know what I mean? So for it to be delayed for so long. But let me bust this one for you. Right. I got this one, it go. I like to say hi. It's Sci-Fly, the Art Merlin, that's quick to whip up a script like Rod Serling, who eye on bad bitch who used to whip the Sterling, who seen God Tober, never seen God Erling. My man Grimm had this little monkey like Space Ghost. Me, myself, I got flavors that out-taste most. With numb gum, some rhymes is late toast. Back to you, MF Doom, you late show host. S to the U to the P-E-R-A, who chronicle these times in the 3D horror, thriller, porno, co-starer in a real drama. Break bread with stingy Kim in Indian borrowers. This stuff that we're doing is directed to a listener, somebody who might not know what we're speaking about, that needs to be informed about something. If I could say anything, it might last 1 second, one word that I say, or 3 words in a row. It might change somebody's whole life. You gotta think that, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, it's a responsibility, like I said before, you know what I mean?
Several of X and some raffinati trade. Crew massive deep, constipated monkeys defecating that old hard shit. And you don't quit. It sounded like a what? It sounded like a boulder. It sounded like a land, yo, slide up over. I need my room to huff and puff. The bastards be sold like marshmallow fluff. Step up, raw move, you get the back smack. Or a blackout, so be out black. Let's play catch, a bad one you call it. I'll take your thumping heart and small it. Then I grab my wood, I grab my rope. Over there you have that same old shit. Here you don't, oh no you don't. Give me that back. Now you sing the blues while your eyes are black. Don't need to flaunt, no need to front. I see right through you, very blunt attitude, nonchalant. I do what I want if I be ghost. Expect me back to haunt.
Bara 2 låtar kvar att färdigställa till Black Bastards. Då slog tragedin till. Producenten och rapparen Subrock omkom i en trafikolycka april 93. Blev påkörd när han skulle ta sig över Long Island Expressway. Det här förändrade Daniel Doom i grunden. Grubblande och bitvis nästan obehagliga Black Bastards spelades på Subrocks begravning. En av de närvarande beskrev det som en surrealistisk upplevelse. I låten som vi hörde här, It Sounded Like a Rock, rappade Subrock, If I Be Ghost, Expect Me Back to Haunt. Daniel gjorde sitt bästa för att trycka bort smärtan, för att ta hand om den senare. Mindes hur förebilden KRS-One hanterade tiden efter mordet på BDP-partnern DJ Scott LaRock. Men Daniel hade svårt att hitta mening. Deprimerad och mer eller mindre hemlös vandrade han runt på Manhattan. Sov på parkbänkar, redo att ge upp allt. Jag frågade Doom om det här är den korrekta bilden.
Yeah, I guess, you know, I mean, it wasn't like a constant depression, but I mean, like, I'm just a depressed motherfucker. I get depressed every day, you know what I'm saying? So one time or not, another in a day. I don't know if it's maybe I'm just, I don't know, maybe it's just my genetics or whatever. But I look at it like it's an obstacle that helps me climb up. You know what I'm saying? But let's see, KMD shit to this and yeah, I mean, I use it as an obstacle to conquer. Because, I mean, one thing I don't believe in, there's no such thing as failure. Failure, not really in my vocabulary, even though I used it just now. Failure is something failure is only there so that success is there. So failure is on the way to success. It's like try again, the combination wasn't right. I attribute it to, like, science. Like, you know, you got a laboratory experiment going on, and you might not get the desired result the first few times, but at least you can mark those off and say if it's not this, then it must be this. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it kind of helped out with the whole reemergence, but that was going to happen anyway. You know, I just don't give up, so.
It go like, I hold mics, like niggas hold their girls tight, but I ain't out the hook, probably your accurate pearl white, the hook or nah. As many times I done split it, to be specific, more times than dimes in the Brisnick. When you broke north, I crashed the barbecue like Riddick at the garden, true. That's the guard of me, pardon you. Cheapers, I was told back, your whole gang access to my beeper. Call back my secretary gatekeeper, like I ain't peeper. I said, darling, you was stupid though, you know the super villain. I had this style ever since I was a child. I got this other style, I ain't flipping the wow. It goes pure scientific intelligence with 1 point of relevance. MCs, our styles need elements, and once the smoke clear elements. The super metal facing villain, he came through raw like the elements. All 99 plus one of them, plus with a flow to pull the fraud nigga foul from out in front of him. When we were y'all, we had tons of fun. Me and my duns are dumb. Actual true and living sons of dumb. Dead planets ain't guard you. Throwing divine rule to come through, we will overcharge you. And won't feel remorse for shit, except for once I had took my fronts out and lost them shit. Scientific on berserk like red alert. I really want to pick up was nerd for cheddar dirt. To fund these experiments is where I went, obviously dead bent, and spent every red cent to rule you, and still drop more jewels than schools do, or even TV news that's designed to fool you. Yeah, you who hear the most grimy suggestions from niggas with fly names and ID questions. That's a secret like Victoria Teddy says that's edible. Guns not ready yet for the incredible team of MCs who broke off fakes who thought they were slaughterproof. Stomping through like North Lake waterproof. At the end of that, after hit the bar, where baby girl bartender at, I told her more wine, mingling with no single mentions of. Stay tuned for more spine tingling adventures of.
Like we did one for Bob on Bob's label, found them. What is it? We did Hey, Dead Bent, and Gas Drawers.
I bring it to y'all motherfuckers, last to yours, my disaster cause, hell and gas drawers.
Daniel, för detta Zevlavex, muterade till MF Doom 1997. på en 12 släppt av Bobito Garcia, kompis från Gasface-dagarna, som nu drev den spirande Fondlem-etiketten. MF för Metal Face, eller Metal Fingers när han producerar. Doom, både en referens till Marvel Comics-skurken Fantastiska Fyrans nemesis Dr. Doom, och en variant på smeknamnet som han fick som liten av dem som inte kunde uttala hans efternamn. Daniel var fri och pånyttfödd. Superalter-egon och hiphop har ju gått hand i hand sedan dag ett. Som ett sätt för artister att besegra begränsningar och kliva ut ur sig själva. Daniel återvände till scenen och debutalbumet Operation Doomsday 99 lät inte som något annat. Mjuk 80-tals soul sammanflätades med experimentell tillknycklad boom-bap och skitigt rap. Ett spöklikt eko från det förgångna pekade framåt. Lätt yrselframkallande sci-fi hallucinationer som varken föll i futurismens fällor eller förtvinade i klassikernas skugga.
It's almost like they're using rockets with gasoline and whatever in it for you know how to use the old rockets and they put a bunch of fuel in there and they try to shoot somebody into space when, you know, really that method is an older method that takes up too much energy, you know what I'm saying? So when you're dealing with anti-gravity and things, is magnetism, which is right around the corner. Like you heard it first here. There's a lot of anti-gravity and technology that people are working on now that'll be out in the next 10 years. So I look at it like this. The music that we do is attributed to the anti-gravity, or like the Tesla kind of energy work, and how, you know, is you don't see it, and it's not something you light on fire and then, you know, see a result from an action. It's more something that's always there, and you tap into it, and then you see the result after you tap into it. So, you know, in that case, it's like I don't mind the wait. I'm looking at it like an experiment. I know where I put certain things and why, and I'll sit and watch. I know how it affects me. I'm my own guinea pig, so I know if it feels right to me, then it should be able to transcend language barriers. And my thing is bringing people together. So, you know, having people just chill and be happy. End of wars and all that kind of shit. You know, bring the planet Earth together. That's like one of my main goals. You know, I'm striving to help in that way. You know what I mean?
Hey, yo, y'all can't stand right here. In his right hand was your man's worst nightmare. Loud enough to burst his right eardrum close range. The game is not only dangerous, but it's most strange. I sell rhymes like dimes. The one who mostly keep cash but brag about the broker time. Joker rhymes like the is you just happy to see me trick. Classical slapstick rappers need chapstick. A lot of them sound like they in a talent show, so I give them something to remember like the Alamo. Tally-ho, a hot joker like Space Game. Came back for 5 years laying and stayed the same. Electromagnetic field, it blocks all logic. Spock and G-Shocks, a biological clock. When I hit it, slid it to the shit, I thought I killed a goose. Her power use was pure Brita water, filter juice. Keep a pen like a fiend, keep a pipe with him. Gentleman who lent a pen to a friend who write with him. Never seen this shit again, but he's still my dunny. The only thing that come between us is krill and money. I sell rhymes like dimes. The one who mostly keep cash and brag about the broker times. Better rhymes make for better songs. It matters not if you got a lot of what it takes just to get along. Surrender now, so for serious setbacks. Got get back, connects, wet back, get stacks. Even if you got to get jet black, head to toe. To get the dough, battle for bottles of Mo or Joe. This fly flow take practice like Tybo with Billy Blanks. Oh, you're too kind, really thanks. To the corner lost forever like, oh my darling Clementine. He hold his heart when he tellin' rhyme. When it's his time, I hope his soul go to heaven. He nasty like the old time, old number 7. You still taste it when you chase it with the Coca-Cola. Make 'em wish they could erase it out the Motorola. I told her, no credit for a bag. If you want what they got, then go get it, it's all gag. Only in America could you find a way to earn a healthy buck and still keep your attitude on self-destruct. I sell rhymes like dimes. The one who mostly keep cash but tell about the broke times. Joker rhymes like the is you just happy to see me trick. Classical slapstick rappers need chapstick. A lot of them sound like they ain't a talent show, so I give them something to remember like the Alamo. Tally ho, high joker like the space game. Came back from 5 years lane, stayed the same, electromagnetic field will block all logic. Spock and G-Shock, a biological clock. When I hit it, slid it to the shit, I thought I killed a goose. Her power use was pure Brita water filter juice. Keep a pen like a fiend, keep a pipe with him. Gentleman who lent a pen to a friend who write with him. Never seen the shit again, but he's still my dunny. Only thing that come between us is krill and money. We sell rhymes like dimes. The one who mostly keep cash but tell about the broke times.
You're familiar with the air between the beat and the lyrics. Yeah, because there's certain frequencies too that are above the lyrics, like horns and higher frequencies. Then you got the bass tone. You got to fit right in between there.
MF Dooms hemlighet ligger i hur han lyssnar, låter saker hända av sig självt och hur han navigerar mellan ord, ljud och frekvenser.
Music itself, there's schematics to it, same way as any type of technological device will have schematics, right? And there is a space between certain frequencies. You know what I'm saying? The earth itself vibrates at a certain frequency. You know what I mean? Certain frequencies used with bass or snare or kick, drums especially, vibrate at a certain rate. Then you will have maybe guitar, horns, and things like that are a little higher frequency. Then you got hi-hats and things that exist even higher than that, vibrate at a higher rate. The thing that we try to do with that space in between that you're talking about is exist in between where, after the track is done, exists where all the spaces are available and float in between the hi-hats, horns, bass, and kicks and snares. Kicks and snare drop out, you're still right there. There's no empty space.
Doom är känd för sina hängiga, nedslagna arrangemang och sluddriga, inte sällan sorgliga verser. Ibland känns hans alter egon som självdistraktion. Ett sätt att fly melankolin, eller i alla fall kamouflera den. Men här finns givetvis också gott om förlösande humor.
Actually, I figure in my music I make a lot of humorous gestures in my music. A lot of improvisational things going on around humor. It's based around humor, the whole shit. You know what I mean? It might be raw humor. Never too raw though, but I mean, I don't know about the dark thing. I have nothing to compare it to. I mean, who's in the light for me to compare to the dark? I don't know what the light is then. It must be, you know what I'm saying? I'm just coming from me. You know what I'm saying? I'm right here, right now. This is the angle I'm coming from. Might seem dark to some people, I'm sure. To some other people who live in the darker state, it seems lighter to them.
Hold a cold one like he hold an old gun, like he hold a microphone and stole the show for fun. Or a foe for ransom, flows is handsome, O's in tandem, anthem, random, tantrum, phantom of the grand old Opry, ask the dumb hottie, mask, pump shotty, somebody stop me, hardly come sloppy on a retarded hard copy. After rockin' parties, he departed in a jalopy. Watch the drop top poppy, known as the grimy, limey, slimy, try me, blimey. Simply smashing in a fashion that's timely. Mad villain dashing in a beat rhyme crime spree. We rock the house like rock and roll. Got more soul than a sock with a hole. Set the stage with a goal to have the game locked in a cage, getting shocked with a pole. Overthrow it like throwing over a biscuit. A lot of bitches think he's overly chauvinistic. Let go his dick if that's the case. Rats with a waist, there's more cats to chase. Dogs, he got it like new powers. Woke up broke, spit the shit in a few hours. Sheesh, been unleashed since the Glee Club. Had your fam saying please make me a dub. Well, since you asked kindly, where he been behind the mask, who can't find me? You're blind, in the wine zone, leave your mind blown. When he shine with the 9, he's a rhinestone cowboy. Oh, no, enough. Goonie Google, loony cuckoo like ggerganov off Newzoo Review. But who knew the mask had a loose screw? Hell could hardly tell, had to tighten it up like the Drells and Archie Bell. It speaks well of the hyperbase. Wasn't even tweaked and it leaked into cyberspace. Couldn't wait for the snipes to place at least a track listing, bone print typeface. Stop for a year, come back with thumbtacks, pop for the beer. We're hip-hop sharecroppers, used to wear flip-flops, now rare gear coppers. He's in it for the quiche,
You might as well not ask him for no free shit, capiche? Oh, my aching hands from raking in grands and breaking in mic stands. Villain, the smile stun your chick while he put himself in your shoes, run your kicks. You heard it on the radio, tape it, play it in your stereo, your crew will go ape shit. Raw lyrics, he smells them like a hunch, the same intuition that tells him spike the punch. Curses, he's truly the worstest with enough rhymes to spread throughout the boundless universe.
Vi är P3.
Sometimes I'll be like, damn, fuck it, I'ma quit this rap shit. Fuck the rap shit.
One lonely evening alone home, end up with carpal tunnel syndrome. Here I am, known for giving heavy backaches, grown and living off a little Debbie snack cake. Me and my brother Sub Rock, of course, God bless, we used to really practice that shit a lot when we were younger. It became so second nature. So Dilla was one of the few people that I said, oh shit, he can do it too. Yeah. That kind of thing, to be able to use more than one part of your brain simultaneously while so-called time is still moving, you know what I'm saying? Pausing time. I got this girl and she wants me to duke her. I told her I'll come scoop her around 8, she said. That sounds great, shorty girl's a trooper. No matter what I need her to do, she be like, on his own throne, the boss like King Cooper. On the microphone, he flossed the ring. Average MCs is like a TV blooper. MF Doom, he's like DB Cooper. Out with the moolah, I let her get her outfit just to cool her off. She said niggas ain't about shit. I wonder if she meant it, I doubt it. The way it be in her mouth, she can't live without it. And can't live with this, handle your business. Villainous, stay on a scandalous whole shit list. One pack of cookies, please, Mr. Hooper. It's fun smacking rookies, he is the look like a black Wookie when he let his beard grow. Weirdo, brown skin, it always kept his hair low. Rumors has it it's a S-curl accident. Doom was always known to keep the best girls' backs bent. Some say it's the eyes, some say the accent. A lot of guys wonder where their stacks went. I call her thunder thighs with the fatty swoller. Only mess with high rollers, do what daddy told her. No matter the city, she with me to do the thang thang. Working the coochie hoopty chitty chitty bang bang. Same name on the titty as on the name ring. Pretty like Baby D off all in the same gang. Keep my eye on her, really don't trust her, but I treat her like a daughter. Taught her how to bust a nut and the heat to turn beef to horse meat chalupa. Teach her how to hold it, of course he is the see, most cats treat her like fupa or beat her to a stupor. Take it from the you need to make her feel cuter and lay down the G like loofah. Everything will be do for her. Keep her in a new fur so she looks sweet when she go to meet the got the Buddha, get the grenadiers, twist it, put it in the air, come here, kiss it. Listen here, Scooter, let her try to bag you when she's on the rag, never let her fry the ragu. Which will have you into some type of spell crying dag boo. Her name on your back in a tattoo. Whether a bougie broad, nerd, hoe, street chick, don't call her wife if you met her at the freak nick. You don't want her, don't waste her time, I'll dupe her. And be a father to your child like the he keep his hoes in check, sends them out to get glows from all frozen necks. Tell him take his clothes, leave him posing naked for real. Better yet, get him for the check off the record deal. Find out where he keep the tech and the blue steel. Make sure for extra rec, let him know how you feel. And while he's running down to All-Star Weekend to ball, I'm coming with the U-Ball.
Med ett ofullbordat KMD-album Mental Illness i sitt huvud. MF Doom som nu delade sin tid mellan Atlanta och New York. Han hade kommit långt sedan de turbulenta Zevlavex-dagarna och KMD-dänger som Peach Fuzz. Doom isolerade sig i sitt labb och utforskade ljudet med hjälp av utdöende produktionsmetoder. Maskerade för att förtydliga vad artisteriet handlade om. Den hämndlystne superskurken blev en av hiphopens mest inflytelserika och svårfångade figurer. Också en av de mer produktiva. MF Doom har sedan slutet av 90-talet gett ut ett halvdussin soloalbum. Samarbeten med bland andra Madlib, Danger Mouse och MF Grimm. Special Herbs volymer med instrumentaler och skivor under diverse alter egon som King Ghidorah och Victor Vaughn. Världen har förvånat beskådat hur Doom skapat en skruvad hiphop-känsla ur ett inferno av boom-bap-partiklar.
It's similar to the way planets are made. How planets come together from, you know, whatever explosion, and then everything slows down, and then the matter forms into a sphere based on the gravity and the orbit, and it forms a landscape, and it cools down, and then as it cools down, you get, you know, different elements that form nitrogen, and all these things start cooling down, and then you get the breeze and the wind, and all. So the flow is the breeze and the wind and the water is after everything cools down. You know what I mean?
How much do you feel in common with Sun Ra?
Oh yeah, Sun Ra. He's one of our great master teachers. You know what I mean? I feel I get a lot of inspiration from his work and his direction back then. You know, I mean, there's a lot of different artists too, jazz artists, Lee Morgan, and you know, Coltrane, and you know, these cats that had somewhat troubled lives and whatnot. Sometimes, if you look at it like that, but the way their mind is and the way they looked at music, I learned a lot from them. My mentors, kind of like. So yeah, it's you know, Ornette Coleman and a lot of them. You know, just by listening to their record, they teach in just by listening to it. It's like they left a audio encyclopedia of how to interpret sounds. How free can you get with it? You know, they really push the boundaries and show there's no really limit. Nobody says it should be this way and this way. And, you know, they were criticized in their day too. But as we look back now, they looked at us geniuses. So I'm like, yo, wow. You know, I would love to find a way to push the envelope like that. You know, I don't necessarily play too many instruments. I mean, I tinker around. But in this modern day and time, we have technology, turntables. We have, you know, all type of gadgets.
Head on straight, mask on crooked. Exit stage left with the cash gone, took it. Off like a kufi, the fit was a bit doofy. He tried to get screwy with that 2 for you, 1, 2 for me, G. Cut the cranky attitude, wet him like a handkerchief on a stanky fatter dude. Whether use a rapper or dang sanger, once you in, there's only one way out. Like a gangbanger with a new crew keychain and street name. What said do he claim for fame? Peep game. Just to keep fedder and stay dip. You need it like a letter or better, a getaway whip. This old thing's rusted, encrusted as the gold rings the old kings busted. Plan to end global starvation and fat herd. Now what in tarnations did I go and do that for? Stuff happens, like getting snuffed for tough tit rapping. See, I told him enough, quit your yapping. The same applied to any and all chumps. The only question he had for y'all is how many lumps? 3 or 4, either or. Monetary or more. So why you need your heater for? The super villain slid in your party for free. Warner MC, get out of here, kid, you bother me.
I took my mask off, my face was missing for 2 days. For the record, G came back a year later, whole new identity. Tony Stark's pedigree, my money green like my nickname was Celery. Who was Ghost, who flashed his toes, never wore sheets but bulletproof coats. Oh no, the fans cried for the mask back on. Told him Ghost is dead, he returned at the crack of dawn. Few years from now, him and his pals before the Jetson era arrived. He'll be back summertime 2005 with a half a face iron, the other half water look like alien science. In the summertime, yeah, you can see the face boy, but the other side I keep lube with the pens on you, mad loyal. When the winter time come, what? I get stuck cause my brain on numb, like I ate 1,000 ices and frozen Pepsis. Aquaman's pops can't water check me, disrespect me indirectly. I seen his feet and they both lefty. He stepping half correctly as I stroll the globe and terrorize the planet with a Bill Clinton mask and them play school hammers. Me and Doom always be the best on the landing. Superheroes for life until our souls vanish.
Doom plus Ghostface eller Tony Starks. 2 maskerade freaks med Marvel-alias. Deras gemensamma verk som Doom Starks, Swift and Changeable har ännu inte sett dagens ljus. Endast enstaka nummer. Samarbetet kom igång när MF Doom producerade låtar till Mördarspökets 2006-album Fish Scale och More Fish. Här Doom och Ghostface i The Mask från Danger Doom-skivan året innan. MF med ett bizarrt rapflyt ibland lika graciöst som en järnmask har kontakt med den tidiga hiphop-historien.
the roots, where I come from, like how, where it comes from, the influence of my style comes from listening to like Curtis Blow, Spoonie G, you know, the storytellers, the Busy B, you know what I'm saying, like the party rockers.
Oh, I'm the man. See, I mean, it's proof is in the pudding. If it wasn't for Busy B, ba 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 dang da dang diggy diggy shake the boogie to the bang bang boogie. Busy B.
Han var inte med från början, men väl när kulturen definierades och fick ett namn. En av de ursprungliga partyrapparna, Busy B.
Hip-hop didn't start for me till 77. I knew about it, I heard about the jams, but it wasn't hip-hop then. Hip-hop didn't even get the name until 78. So it was just a jam, Kool Herc probably playing in the park, Flash playing a jam in the park. The name hip-hop wasn't even thought of yet.
And that was Cowboy.
Right. It was Keith Cowboy teasing Billy, going to the army. Billy was drafted to go into the army, and we were saying he get ready to go heel, haul, heel, haul, heel, haul, you know. And that was it was a march for the Navy, so for the Army rapper, and we used that. And he said, "Yo, you went to Billy's hip hop jam? That was crazy." And they were talking about the hip hop, and we used the word hip hop ever since. Ever since then, everything was hip hop. That one day, that day after, the whole thing became hip hop.
You know what I mean? Like that's where my style, if I had to say what influenced my style, you know, Andy Shuby and, you know, them kind of cats, you know, with unique voices, and they had ways of rocking the party and they could rhyme forever. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, some of the Spoonie G records, he just was on and on, go from a story to this to that, but it's about being able to rock the beat and not be too aggressive with the, you know, it's not even like, it's an instrument. You know, the voice is an instrument. So when you put vocals in it, the beat should be rocking and the vocals are like an accompaniment, like a trumpet or something that should be in it. You know what I'm saying? That you can just be like, it's almost like Grover Washington Jr. When he has his shit and he'll come in after the beat starts and he'll come in smoothly and it'll just rock and then it'll climax at the end of the song. So it really comes from listening to that kind of music, tenor, alto saxophones, and, you know, even piano and jazz, you know what I'm saying? That's really where it comes from.
How have you kept your sanity? You've gone through so much early on in your career, losing your brother, being depressed. How have you been able to keep your sanity through all this?
It's a good question. It's a really good question. You know, but if I had to answer that, I ask myself that every day, right? And I don't have an answer when I ask it, but when you ask it now, it seems like an external person asked me, I feel like I can answer that question. How do I keep my sanity? A lot of it is meditation, being able to look within, right? Silence, being able to be in quiet, stay away from a lot of these you know, extra low frequency ELF waves, and, you know, stay away from these iPhones and just sometimes just get away from that, right? Nature, a little bit of Voove helps there, you know, here and there, and just children and family. You know what I'm saying? My children really, when it all boils down to it, I'm like, yo, I'm just fucking fed up. I think about my children. I think about what they don't know yet. So I'm like, okay, the information I have to get it to them so they don't have to go through this. And if I could get the information early enough, they could avoid it. Out in the streets, you won't survive with whack-zack bees. These days and times, watch how we get ours with rhymes. To my metal-faced bros with stomachs of cast iron, who been into win and blast to the last siren. On the slow mode, the con artist with the so-so chick chased them out like how he did the slow with Milosevic. Anywho, how about them Yankees? Once I leave off stage, the party people thanks me. If I may speak freely, nasty like the freaky deaky at your local sleazy speakeasy. For any fan of the limelight, in the mic stand was left a lit stick of dynamite. It's risky business like hand-to-hand crack sale. The rappers who's better off on the cover of Black Tail. Jump into who's fat, who's that, who cats, who do magic. Be like, tell me how you do's that, heck no. Especially those who cop please like Gecko. Let go to Mike, do techno. Ha-ha, the bets are bust out laughing at the bet. For no reason you get cussed out like Tourette. Yet tight flow to make her bad ass stutter. Or even crack a smile from a mad fast cutter. But word play since third grade age. Back when we used to play bang, open birdcage.
Doom lyckades aldrig återskapa ljudet kring 99 års Operation Doomsday. En skiva som fick underjorden att vibrera på ett nytt sätt. Med begränsade resurser, det vill säga skivorna som fanns i närheten, primitiv utrustning och häftigt öldrickande, letade Doom efter saker i det uppenbara i till exempel 80-tals soul. Letade i mellanrummen. Historien har lärt honom att ta sig igenom de svåraste av tider. Lärt honom att hantera sorg.
Grieve, but then let it purge and let it go, you know what I'm saying? And then life goes on, and you know, because every second that you're stuck or depressed or grieving about something, you're missing like 10 other things that could be brightening you up, you know what I mean? So I like to keep my eye on things and look for new things, you know what I'm saying, and learn new things. And that's why I study a lot too, because there's so much to learn that there's no reason to really be in a bad mood, really. Or I mean, you can be in a bad mood, but don't be stuck there. I try to study. I'll study anything, study the most difficult topics. I know it's going to consume my mind and I'm going to have to figure it out. So that by the time I figure that out, I forgot about whatever else had me upset. See what I mean? So that's how I deal with it.
Vännen och vapendragaren från kollektivet Monster Island, den andra MF Grimm. Han blev ett stöd för Doom efter brodern Subrocks död. Grimm hjälpte till med tillverkningen av Operation Doomsday. Hade gått igenom sitt helvete, överlevt svåra skottskador som förlamade honom permanent.
Without Doom, we wouldn't have anything, because he's the foundation to the everything.
Doom used to have a little studio at his house. That's how I really developed. Has a little studio. We used to go there, rhyme on a little bullshit mic. Everybody just having fun. Never really took it serious.
Rodan and Grimm was like, yo, fucking the way Manhattan is, it's like Monster Island was in the movies. But it's like Godzilla was the bad guy. You know what I'm saying? Godzilla was like police, everybody that's trying to keep you from doing what you gotta do.
Megalon.
Monster Island to me, because Monster Island has many different meanings. To me, it's a place in Long Island called Long Beach, where everybody bumped heads. And the monster is the beast inside everybody.
You know, and the thing about, you know, MF Doom, he kind of like fled the island, man. It was too flooded for him. It was just too many MCs coming at him, too much things going on.
Här sist forna Monster Island-medlemmen Kamakarus, som refererade till Dooms flytt från New York. Det leder oss till kapitlet Samarbeten, som både distraherat och definierat Doom. Madlib byggde sin egen värld bland breakbeats och loopar i det lilla pojkrummet i Oxnard, Kalifornien, och blev med åren mer än den drivande kraften i gruppen Lootpack och mer än pårökt hiphop-humorist med skönaste heliumrösten. Som erkänd egocentrisk innovatör, en given själsfrände för MF Doom, som lämnat de gamla kompisarna i Monster Island för nya äventyr. Mad Villain-projektet tog fram det bästa ur de båda. Doom hittade nya vägar som rappare.
The essence of that piece is spontaneity. I didn't take too much time. Usually when I'm writing a record, I'm looking at every little thing. I'm producing it, I'm writing it, I'm looking at every little nuance of it. With that, Madlib does the beats, I hear the beat, I'm like, what are the first thing the beat makes me think of? I write it down, just to see how spontaneity plays in that same effect. And I'm noticing that spontaneity is even more. It just brings a totally different. It's like opening a vortex. You know what I'm saying? The people can feel that spontaneity, and then they can enter that vortex with you. You know what I'm saying? So.
Bill and get the money like curls. They just trying to get a nut like squirrels in his mad world. Land of milk and honey with the swirls, where reckless naked girls get necklaces of pearls. Compliments of the town jeweler. Left back now, schooler, trying to sound cooler. On the microphone known as the crown ruler. Never lied to Ma when we said we found the moolah. $500-something laying right there in the street. Now let's try and get something to eat. Then he turned 4 and started flowing to the poor. That's about when he first started going raw. Kept the dro in the drawer. A rhyming klepto who couldn't go up in the store no more. His life is like a folklore legend. Why you're so stiff, you need to smoke more, brethren. Instead of trying to riff with a broke war veteran. Spliff made him swore he saw heaven, he was 7. Yup, you know it. Growing up too fast. Showing up to class with my wet in a flask. He asked the teacher if he leave, will he pass? His girl is home alone, he trying to get the... If you wanna sip, get a paper water fountain glass. How I'm supposed to know where your mouth been last? Hand so fast, it can outspin flash. Known to smoke a whole mountain of hash to the ash. Boom, bass, leave the room with the stash. Assume it's in a smash, doom, get the cash.
The Mouse and the Mask, that must have surprised you to some extent how great that turned out.
Yeah, it was the same thing. It was an extension of that same experiment, spontaneity. You know what I mean? And it captures something that's intangible.
Please, read from sheets. I am Sofa King.
Sofa King. Scared of a bunch of water, then get out the rain. Order a rapper for lunch and spit out the chain. Then kick a lungy off the tip of his Timbo and trick a honey dip into a game of strip limbo. Odd, he couldn't find no remorse. A wink is as good as a nod to a blind horse. Of course, his technique was from a divine source. Never knew the price of ice or what swine cost. One guy tried to bite the heat. It's when he discovered the other white meat. Oh, the one they hate so well. He sure keeps his cycle like the old Bates Motel. They came to ask him for at least some new tracks, but only got confronted by the beast with 2 backs. Knock, Mouse is a made man. Villain laid it down like the best laid plan. Bell the cat, who the hell is that near the middle? Got y'all, but it's not all bear and Skittles. Prepare the vittles, got riddles and spittles, crystal clear to the jot or the tittle.
Den ena satte på sig en kall metallmask. Den andra hoppade i en mjuk ljusblå musdräkt. Det nördiga partnerskapet med lo-fi-entusiasten Danger Mouse. Varenda gången som Doom på riktigt närmade sig mittfåran och ledde till en medverkan i Gorillaz-låten November Has Come.
Slow it down some, no split, clown bum. Your gold hit sound dumb, hold it now, crown them. Where you found them at, got them round town. Could've drowned in it, would've floated, bloated, voted, sugar-coated, loaded, hip shooter. Draw for the poor, free coffee at the banks. Hit through the straw, none more for me, thanks. That blanks the roar, that dank sure stank lit. Sank past the pit for more hardcore prank spit. Crank it on blast, roll past Front Street. Blew the whole spot like some old ass with skunk meat. These kids is too fast, juiced off a junk tree. Who could get looser off a crunk or a funk beat?
Something is starting today. Where did it go? Why you want it to be? Where you know November has come. It's gone away.
Doom sköter boom-bap allt längre ut i rymden.
It's almost like using Newtonian physics and then finding quantum physics, and it kind of makes you say, wow, Newtonian physics needed to be there, but they don't. The rules are changing. But you needed Newtonian physics to find out about this new quantum physics and, you know, the new physics as they call it. You know what I mean? So it's still boom bap, right? I'm still, still down with that, and I'm still using some of the methods, like as scientific methods. You know what I mean? To find these new ways of recording and new ways of expressing the music, you know what I mean? So yeah.
To be totally honest, have you put out some impersonators at any stage just to be at home with your kids?
Oh, that would be a good idea, actually. I wish I was home with them right now. But nah, like this. An impersonator of a imaginary character is like, how could it be? It's almost like saying there's an impersonator of the Terminator. Oh, is Arnold Schwarzenegger really the Terminator? Or is the Terminator a character that Arnold Schwarzenegger sometimes plays? See, we deal with music, so music is sound. You know what I mean? Has nothing to do with who people see. This is another thing I do. See, sight and sound, once you train people to separate what you see from what you hear, it trains certain neurons in the brain to work differently. You see what I mean?
Catch a throat full from the fire vocal with ash and molten glass like I am Jala Joko. The volcano out of Iceland, he'll conquer and destroy the rap world like the white man. Learned from a pro as a mentor, started with a bird nest and burnt it to a cinder. Gotta get the party kicking, plus your little charred body smelted like chicken. As the dollar continues to lose momentum, you need land for murdered Indians and represent them. Gold is up, urging all thugs, trading y'all change for cash and splurging on drugs. A more secure investment, food and water, a couple of gallons for your cutest daughter. And thank him as a Yankee fellow Southerner. Don't forget the general rank, hello, Governor.
Hello, Governor.
Hello, Governor. Vocals spill over like the rolling hills of Dover or the Gulf Oil disaster, preferred and after. Depends on your status or your stature, whether you benefit from the prior or the latter. Get the fatter check split, and how much for 100,000 tons of correct shit? Sell a Chinese half-price seafood, prices like a real nice street dude. Who can knock the most dead birds out the sky and then spread a lie and say you know why? Bet. Get the machine, blame it on the fireworks, clean up. Y'all know where to send the wire jerks. Black teeth still snack on sweets and get stacks with the quick mon quick. They used to sell CDs, now they got fake weed. Seeds burning trees is potpourri. Buyer beware, had to tell us one liar, sire be fair. At least untie her hair from the chair while I'm here. I hate play Lumberner, JJ for governor.
I'm very much into the glitchiness of and the sonic EQs of, like, you know what I mean, like electronica, or then as far as the heaviness of hip hop, you know, I like the thickness of hip hop and marry them together. I like how, you know, I just like what it brings to the table.
Eklektiska Gennaro Jarrell och MF Doom slog sig samman och blev JJ Doom. Vid sidan om Mad Villainy-albumet är det bästa exemplet på vad som kan hända när Doom fullt ut överlåter produktionen åt en samarbetspartner och koncentrerar sig på sin mystiska ordsvada. Key to the Cuffs tillverkades när Doom var strandad i London. Som brittisk medborgare, han föddes ju i England, hade han inte blivit insläppt i Amerika igen. För MF Doom är allt ett skådespel och ljudkonst. Och av underordnad betydelse vem som är bakom metallmasken. Doom har anklagats för att ha skickat maskerade substitut till sina spelningar.
Sight is different than sound, you know what I mean? So anything could be going on stage. You can have your eyes closed on stage. Are you hearing? What are you hearing? That's what, you know, a lot of people nowadays want to see the guy, right? And it'd be like 10 people on stage. The sound ain't right. But what are they paying for? Just to see a guy walk around? Which borderlines like almost like worship. I don't really prescribe to worshiping no man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a scientist, so I'm here to convey something or show you a theory of something. So, you know, I might send somebody else to be the guy to stand there and be the actor, and I'll be the writer and the orator and the one who made the beat. I put the show together, all that. But the guy who's standing there is probably the most insignificant part of the whole show. But what I do that for is so people could snap that part of their brain out a little bit. So they say, wait, what did I come here for? Did I come here to see this guy and worship him or watch him walk around? Or did I come here to hear and, you know, maybe see the idea or hear what he has to do? So whatever else I put on stage for the site don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? I could have 100 dancers up there like Hammer. I could have, you know, I could be backstage rhyming and put something else on the stage. So it's what are you hearing? Sound. So, you know, I'll do stuff like that just to get people to wake up. Because really it's all about the mask. I did it with the mask first. I thought that was enough. Okay, see the mask? Okay, cool. It's not me, it's the mask. You know, but people are still a little bit brainwashed. Like the mind control of years and years and eons of government shit and politics and religion and what do you see? Like this picture of Jesus and this and what did he look like? It don't matter what he looked like. What did he stand for? You know what I'm saying? Because all that look shit could change. I could turn to an old man. Is that really me? I could go back younger. Say if I lost weight and went young. You know, sometimes, one time I did a show, and I did that shit as me, but I had lost some weight, right? I felt real good. And people were still like, oh, that wasn't him. And it's never me. Anyway, it's the energy that flows through me. And sometimes it's me there, standing behind the mask, that the mask is what you really want to pay attention to. Because when you see the mask is like the signature of authenticity. So if you see somebody in the mask, that's him. That's the character.
When you were a kid or maybe a teenager, did you sometimes fantasize about almost erasing your own identity?
Think about it every day. I can understand it. Be the beat bandit who bring heat for the mic, unhanded. Whoever go after burn their hands and lips. A lot of rappers ran and abandoned their whips.
Victor Vaughn från albumet Vaudeville Villain. Victor Vaughn kom från Dr. Dooms riktiga namn Victor Von Doom. 2003, det intensiva året då kreativiteten skenade iväg, gav han även ut Take Me To Your Leader som King Ghidorah. Efter den trehövdade gyllene rymddraken från filmerna om det japanska monstret Godzilla. Det handlar om att sudda ut den egna identiteten. Under skoltiden blev Doom eller Daniel uppmärksam på hur han behandlades annorlunda och bedömdes på grund av sin mörka hy. Drömde om att radera ut betydelsen av mängden melanin. Utvecklade något som liknade självhat. Idag är Doom sammansatt av så många olika jag. Inget är verkligt, säger han. Det är bara rollfigurer som jag spelar. Daniel är kanske inte ens Daniel.
It's always good to just think free like that, you know, like if you were somebody else. You know, I think it's natural, but yeah. You know, in a lot of ways, it could be, society can have that shit and it can have you hating yourself in a way that was like, man, you know, growing up as a you know, a melanated person, you know what I'm saying? You know, we're all humans with different levels of melanin, you know what I'm saying? But just so happens that some of us are more melanated on the outside than others, right? So growing up as a highly melanated person in school in the U.S., you kind of get a feeling of, damn, I wish I was less melanated. Because it seems like the people who are less melanated have more. So it makes you kind of not like yourself, which is dangerous. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of dangerous. We should all love each other and love ourselves. There should be no way you really want to disown yourself like that. But it's good to have a fantasy way of escaping.
MF Doom är bara en i en lång tradition av alter egon i afroamerikansk musik. Skapad i en zon fri från fördomar och begränsningar. Från Sir Nose till Dr. Octagon. Samhällskritik i serietidningsförklädnad och bitande satir blandat med rent skitsnack. Och är att förglömma Sun Ra som i en lila kåpa ljusblå stickad antennförsedd mössa med silverstänk. Och silverstav i handen skapade sitt kosmiska jazzevangelium långt bort från all rasism. Det är svårt att veta när ett alter ego slutar och ett annat tar vid. Superseriös och knasbolle på samma gång. Ofta glider det hela ihop för att förvirra lyssnaren. Delar av Dooms universum, variationer på temat den maskerade superskurken eller den missförstådda och deformerade. I allt det här kan Doom vara så motsägelsefull och fri i sitt uttryck som han vill. Dessutom kan hans figurer poppa upp och gästa på varandras album. Vi är inne på Victor Vaughns Vaudeville Villain som handlade om en tidsresenär som fastnade i 90-talet och tvingades battla tidens MCs på open mic sessions.
I was under a lot of financial duress. Okay, I'm like, okay, let me just finish this record. So I'm kind of rushing, but at the same time, I'm not compromising on the lyrics. I'm not compromising on. It's hard to do something sloppy. I just can't. So when I'm doing it fast, I think people are actually getting the best of if I'm doing it slow, you're getting kind of like, okay, a little bit, but fast is concentrated and dense. So I think the density of Vic, and he's like, I wrote it from a perspective of a younger guy, so it's more like he got a little more attitude to him. So I think a lot of the youth could relate to Vic, like, yeah, oh yeah, and a lot of the girls too like him. The girls like him, So I think that's it.
A modern day Marvel, but terrible, better horrible. When he grabbed the mic from Sun and crushed up all his metacarpals, he said he ain't mean it, totally by accident. After the show, he didn't follow where y'all taxi went. Will this be available on Wax, Axe, Max Mill? They all in opposition to his ass whack tax bill. But will it pass the Senate? Slumlord tenant and a super like 1A. Have a fun stay. One day, he planned to put in a runway with enough land for his own projects and gunplay. Section 8 penthouse made look like Faye Dunaway. A lot of y'all ass out like gay runaway. It's how they say semi-risque. All day, every day, give out Emmys the quick way. Have the average MC say, give me a sick day. They really ain't got shit to say like Timmy McVeigh. Get a hunch, a real ragtag bunch. In school, he kept a do-rag in his bag lunch. Just to eat heads on some breakdance shit and spit. He writ this skit in Sanskrit. If the pants fit, sport 'em, but rock 'em low. The man like Rollo on the slow, can't knock it though. It's like the same hustle, bro, two knuckles glow. Tucked in the Tigre, just let the name buckle show. Good googly moogly, see that loogie? Yeah, but keep it on the DL Hughley. You don't watch her, he might house her like Doogie. Just to cut a Lucy like Miss Farugi. Gooey gumdrops, who he got his style from his pops. You gotta give the bum some props. Ask your sister, her beatbox is more thicker. Doom that nigga, detox with more liquor. Villain for hire, admire the sound. Make sure the price is right before he come on down. Rappers be on some you. Forgot who they talking to, too much pork stew. They need to not come out with nothing new. Blew the whole shit up on some what this button do. Doom cheat the game like walkthrough. Run them, son them like Mr. Rourke do tattoo. The way a lot of clowns get down is unnatural. This flow flip like oranges, apples. Rhymes is like limes who a lemonade snapple. Leave it at the chapel, don't eat scrapple. First thing they notice when they come to is they bling is gone. Then they start remembering the Klingon with the rings on. In came the villain with the old gear like hi there. Y'all played the rare, this whole year, my year. Metal face beard like Brillo pad. Y'all know his still so don't feel so bad. See, call him old dad, the one the old hoe had. Knew he was a winner since swimmer in the gonads. Okay, pal, pay him like PayPal. So we can be A-OK, not OK corral. I think today I'll make the ladies say ow. And maybe fuck around, take a bow now. Who made his first meal and still carry razor blades? Used to be straight A's and still made the grade. Retarded ass, how you get cash so fast? Yeah, after last left back in the retarded class. Should've went to Bosie's, watch him more closely. Who he think he's supposed to be? Villain who always win, at least stay consistent. Find him where that bitch went, get a room, pitch a tent. Yo, Max, change that beat, yo. You got another one?
I don't think that they've caught up to it yet. I think it's going to be a while. It's going to be something that we study on down the road. As far as a lot of our great producers, is something that we're just going to marvel at 20, 30 years down the road.
I figure this, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, if somebody would loop my shit and make it into something new, that's just my music growing from a 3-year-old child to a 5-year-old child, or whatever the analogy would be, you know what I mean? So if I take something from, say, Isaac Hayes or even Hanna-Barbera out this motherfucker, all I'm doing is molding it. I mean, the music was made already. It's bound to bump into me and change as it goes on. It's going to change forever, you know what I mean?
Flintstones, meet the Flintstones. They're the modern Stone Age family. From the town of Bedrock, they're a page right out of history. Let's ride with the family down the street, through the courtesy of Fred to Pete. When you're with the Flintstones, have a yabba dabba do time, a dabba do time, we'll have a gay old time.
Coming generations will dig into your stuff and find worlds that you couldn't even imagine yourself.
Yeah, hopefully I try to lay it down like a textbook. You know, like I said, I keep it simple to where, I mean, it's the same way I learn. By listening to Public Enemy and listening to BDP and listening to Stetsasonic and kind of reverse engineering how they probably did it. You know, because we're getting a recording, whether it's a cassette or vinyl, and we're trying to figure out, wow, how did they do that? Okay, there must have been a mic involved, but how'd they get the drums to sound like that? What machine? You know, so in that way, I think the same thing. You know, and I learned a lot from that, you know what I'm saying? So I figure our new templates, which is not too far from what they were doing, actually, it's pretty much the same. It just, some of the equipment is updated and we fine-tune some of the frequency responses and how, see, what I notice is different frequencies affect human beings differently. We're very, very, you know, sound affects us as well as light. We're light beings, so light, sound, vibration. So, you know, I'm looking into, all right, how does this vibration affect? Why is it when the drums are a little bit louder, it gives you a little bit? And all that correlates to the chakras and all of that. You could, you know, I'm ready to get an experiment with an electroencephalograph EEG machine and just see what the effects would be on a human, you know what I mean, human brain and a human aura.
Rest is empty with no brain, but the clever nerd, the best MC with no chain you ever heard. Take it from the Tech 9 holder. David don't know they neck shine from Shinola. Everything that glitter ain't fish scale. Let me think, don't let her faint, get Ishmael. A shot of Jack got her back, it's not an act stack. Forgot about the cackalack, holler back, clack, clack, blocker. Villainy, feel him in your heart, chakra, chart topper. Start shit stopper, be a smart shopper. Shot a cop day around the way, bout the stable. Who to know is too molded, wonder where the shooter go. Bout to jet, get him, not a bet, dead him. Let him spit the venom, said him, got a lot of shit with him. Let the rhythm hit him. Stronger in the other voice, we makes the joints that make them spread them butter moist, man, please. Stage made of panties, from the age of baby hoochies on to the grannies. Ban me the dough rake, daddy, the flow make her fatty shake. Patty cake for fake. If he wasn't need a baker's man, he'd take her for her masters. Hit it once and shake her hand. On some old thank you, ma'am, and ghost her. She can mind the toaster if she signed the poster. A whole host of roller coaster riders, not enough tracks. Hot enough black, it's too hot to handle. You got blue sandals, who shot you, who got you? New spots to vandal, do not stand still. Boast your skills close, but no krills. Toast for polils, post no bills. Coast to coast, Joe Smoes flows ill. Go chill, not supposed to overdose, no dose pills. Off pride tykes, talk wide, do scar me. Off sides, like how Wharf ride with Starfleet. Told ya, on some get rich shit. As he gets older, he gets colder than a witch tit. This is it, make no mistakes. Where my nigga go? Figaro. Old beats in my rhymes attack. A scary act, all black like Miss Mary Mack. Wait till you see him live on the piano. Doom sings soprano like una dos piano. My mama told me, blast them. Pass her a glass of OE. Not to be troublesome, but I could sure use a quick shot of double rum. No stick of bubble gum. I like ice cream. We could skip the wedding. Have a nice dream. She only let them stick her head in.
Det handlar inte bara om kvicka improviserade lustigheter och att tänja på fantasin så mycket som möjligt. Doom letar efter läkande frekvenser, talar om helande hiphop.
I mean, you can still get your point across, right? Without interfering with the cells in that manner. Let it get right through you, let it pass through you. It should pass through you like ultraviolet rays, really, and heal. I try to make healing music, regardless of what the topic is. Sometimes the topic is humorous, sometimes it's serious, sometimes a little sad, sometimes it might be bragging and boasting. But I always use a certain formula that'll make it to where it's not gonna harm you cellularly. It's only gonna help you cellularly, instrumental or vocal, you know what I mean?
And so, Victor Von Hit from the world. A fascinating story, but it changes nothing.
Misconceptions? I don't really know. I don't really pay attention to what people think. You know, I really don't know. I don't know until somebody says something, but I don't pay attention, so I don't get no feedback on it. A misconception? Sometimes, all right, people don't believe I'm a writer for some reason. Maybe I don't look like a writer, but I consider myself a writer. So sometimes people ask me, "Oh, so what do you do?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm a writer." And they're like, "Oh, writer? Oh, really?" Like they were totally surprised. So like, yeah, I'm a writer, you know. So maybe that's the main misconception. Or, you know, and I'm a pretty nice guy. Sometimes I might come across like a mean dude. People think, "Oh, stay away from him. He's being the whole villain thing." You know, it's a persona. It's part of a character. I think I'm generally a nice dude. Non-violent kind of like, you know, depending, you know.
När Doom läser Charles Bukowski får han en känsla av att han nästan är normal. Bukowskis texter hjälper Doom att tränga in i surrealismen och får honom att rappa i färger.
Yeah, I just try to push the envelope. I like to read like different authors that did that. I mean, like Charles Bukowski, of course. You know, I kind of dedicated the Born Like This record to him. You know what I'm saying? You know, anytime I get stuck and I can't think of I'm not getting enough influence from the world, I'll read what they were thinking about and see how they did it and how they pushed the borders. I'm like, word, the borders of the imagination could go as far as you can imagine. So when I read other writers that did it, it influences me to be able to do it. So I try to get it as weird as it can be so that people later on could read some real weird shit or hear some real weird shit that they never read or heard about before. And then it inspire them to make some other... It's almost like we're making worlds, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, out of surrealism, yeah, that's how I like to look at it. Sci-fi.
But at the same time, you're making something soulful out of the perverted. If you compare to Bukowski, you sort of enhances the soulful element in, for example, his way of writing.
Yeah, you know, beats. Because it all, beats and rhymes is going to be part of me. Rhyming, it just comes naturally. So anything I do tends to, hip-hop leaks into it. You know what I'm saying? For me to sit down and try to write a serious short story book or a novel, it'll end up rhyming anyway, and then I'll end up reading it to a beat, and it'll end up being a song. So I really can't get away from hip-hop, you know what I mean?
How do you see the connection between you and Dilla?
Oh, that's my peoples. That's my fam. You know what I'm saying? I had a good time building with him when he was on the face of the earth. You know what I'm saying? Before he made his transition. He's a great dude. I mean, the connection between me and him is like a brother, you know what I'm saying? He's like a brother, like, being a producer and an MC too, that's you hardly get that. Where it's a producer and an MC and you're skilled at both of them. Yeah, that's my peoples. I don't know what else to say. Love that brother.
Born like this, into this. As the chalk faces smile, as Mrs. Death laughs, as political landscapes dissolve, as the oily fish spit out their oily prey. We are born like this, into hospitals which are so expensive that it's cheaper to die, into lawyers who charge so much it's cheaper to plead guilty, into a country where the jails are full and the madhouses closed, into a place where the masses elevate fools into rich heroes.
Cells från 2009 års Born Like This. Det är en sorglig historia, en av hiphopens sorgligaste, också en av de mest fantasieggande. När de älskade försvann en efter en var Doom tvungen att återskapa sig själv i flera olika skepnader för att behålla förståndet och kanske även för sällskapets skull. I slutet av 2017 avled Dooms 14-årige son. En 25 år efter att han begravde sin bror och samarbetspartner Subrock. Subrock och Doom böjde boom bap redan 1991 som gulderans avantgarde. MF Doom såg också sin själsfrände J Dilla tyna bort.
He's a master of frequencies. He can hear the sound. There's certain things with the air that can pick up certain frequencies. And his range was able to hear the same things. And there's something else with the brain where it's almost like you stop time and then you rearrange things while time is still continuing on. While you're still listening to the record, you can stop and say, wait, what if this was like this? Da, 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 da. And then stop it and then actually make a machine do that. So you need to be able to simultaneously move with time and stop time and use your other part of your brain to do that. So he's using those other parts of the brain that we use. Madlib does the same thing. You know, a lot of producers can do it. You know, some more than others, but me and my brother Subrock, of course, God bless, we used to really, really practice that shit a lot when we were younger. It became so second nature. So Dilla was one of the few people that I said, oh shit, he can do it too. Like, oh wow. And then, you know, I'm meeting people from, you know, he's all the way over here and we all the way over here. We link up and we train, you know, we change ideas like, wow, what machine you use? Word? Yeah, nah, you know. So that kind of thing, to be able to use more than one part of your brain simultaneously while so-called time is still moving, you know what I'm saying? Pausing time.
Superlast, your dream project now.
I don't know. What would it be? What can I say? My dream project.
Drop, hold mics like ponytails tight and bobble ops. Stop and stick around, come through and dig the sound of the fly brown 6060 cycle who throws a dick around. Bound to go 3 plat, came to destroy rap. It's an intricate plot of a b-boy strap. Fem-stat cats get kidnapped. Then release a statement to the press, let the rest know who did that. Metal fist terrorists, claim responsibility. Broken household name usually set in hostility. What is MF, you silly? I like to take men's to the end for 2 milli. That's an audio daily double. Rappers need to fall off just to save me the trouble. Yo, watch your own back, came in and go out alone, black. Stay in the zone, turn H2O to cognac. On doomsday, ever since the womb till I'm back where my brother went, that's what my tumor say. Right above my government doomulate, either unmarked or engraved, hey, who's to say? I wrote this one in BCDC O section. If you don't believe me, go get bagged and checked then. Cell number 17, I'm under the top bunk. I say this not to be mean, was bad luck a pop junk. Pop the trunk on C-Cypher punk, leave him left scrape, God forbid. If ain't no escape, blame MF tape. Definition super villain, a killer who loved children, one who is well skilled in destruction as well as building. While Sidney Sheldon teaches the trife to be trifer, I'm
trading science fiction with my man, a live lifer. A Pied Piper, holler a rhyme, a dollar and a dime. Do his thing, ring around the white collar crime. Get out my face, asking about my case, need toothpaste. Professor Mint, monkey style nigga to death to death. And dope fiends still in their teens. Shook niggas turn witness. Real men's mind their own business. That's the difference between sissy pissy rappers is double dutch. How come I hold a microphone double clutch? COs make rounds, never have ox found on shakedown, lockdown, wet dreams of Fox Brown on doomsday. Ever since the womb till I'm back where my brother went. That's what my tumor say. Right above my government doomlay, either unmarked or engraved. Hey, who's to say? Doomsday. Ever since the womb till I'm back to the essence. Read it off the tomb. Either engraved or unmarked grave. Who's to say? Pass the mic like pass the peas like they used to say. Some MFers don't like how Sally walk.
P3, Sveriges Radio.